Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD, and today's Monday, July 18th, 2022. It is 3:08 and 16 seconds, AM Eastern Standard Time, and today's research, human lifespan. So let's jump to it here. The importance of elders. Researchers argue that the long human lifespan is due, in part, to contributions of older adults. Date July 7th. 2022. Source: University of California, Santa Barbara. Researchers challenge the long-standing view that the force of natural selection in humans must decline to zero once reproduction is complete. They assert that a long post-reproductive lifespan is not due to recent advancements in health and medicine, the secret to our success, our grandparents, which puts humans and some species of whale in a unique club, animals that continue to live long after the reproductive lives end. How is it that we can live decades in selection shadow? From the perspective of natural selection, long post-menopausal life is a puzzle. In most animals, including chimpanzees, our closest primate, brethren, the link between fertility and longevity is very pronounced, where survival drops in sync with the ability to reproduce. Meanwhile, in humans, women can live for decades after their ability to have children ends. We don't just gain a few extra years, we have a true post-reproductive life stage. Researchers challenge the long-standing view that the force of natural selection in humans must decline to zero once reproduction is complete. The potential of long life is part of who we are as humans, an evolved feature of the life course. Ideas about the potential value of older adults have been floating around for a while. The researchers familiarize those ideas, and that's what the force of selection might be once you take into account the contributions of older adults. For example, one of the leading ideas for human longevity is called the grandmother hypothesis, the idea that, through their efforts, maternal grandmothers can increase their fitness by helping improve the survival of their grandchildren, therefore enabling their daughters to have more children. Such fitness effects help ensure the grandmother's DNA is passed down, and so that is not reproduction, but it is sort of an indirect reproduction. The ability to pool resources and not just rely on your own efforts is a game changer for highly social animals like humans. The researchers take the kernel of that idea, intergenerational transfers, or resource sharing between old and young, and showed that it too has played a fundamental role in the force of selection at different ages. The food sharing in non-industrial societies is perhaps the most obvious example. It takes up to 2 decades from birth before people produce more food than they are consuming. Researchers study the economy and demography of the Siamese and other indigenous groups of South America. A lot of food has to be produced and shared to get kids to the point where they can fend for themselves and be productive group members. Adults fill most of this need with their ability to obtain more food than they need for themselves. A provisioning strategy that has sustained pre-industrial societies for ages and also carries over into industrial societies. In the next model, the large surplus that adults produce helps improve the survival and fertility of close kin and of other group members who reliably share their food too. Viewed through the lens of food production and its effects, it turns out that the indirect fitness value of adults is also highest among reproductive age adults. But using demographic and economic data from multiple hunter-gatherers and horticulturalists, we find that the surplus provided by older adults also generates positive selection for their survival. We calculate all the extra fitness in late adulthood to be worth up to a few extra kids. Researchers show that elders are valuable, but only up to a point. Not all grandmothers are worth their weight. By about their mid-70s, hunter-gatherers and farmers end up soaking up more resources than they provide. And plus, by their mid-70s, most of their grandkids won't be dependents anymore, and so the circle of close kin who stand to benefit from their help is small. But food isn't everything. Beyond getting fed, children are also taught and socialized, trained in relevant skills and worldviews. And this is where older adults can make their biggest contributions, while they don't contribute as much to the food surplus. They have the accumulation of a lifetime of skills they can deploy to ease the burden of child care on parents, as well as knowledge and training that they can pass on to their grandchildren. And once you take into account that elders are also actively involved in helping others forage, then it adds even more fitness value to their activity and to them being alive. And not only do elders contribute to the group, but their usefulness helps ensure that they also receive from the surpluses protections and care from their group. In other words, interdependence runs both ways, from old to young, and young to old. Researchers found that, rather than hour-long lifespans, opening up opportunities that led to a human-like foraging, economy, and social behavior, the reverse is more likely. The skills-intensive strategies and long-term investments in the health of the group proceeded and evolved with our ship to our particular human life history, with its extended childhood and unusually long post-reproductive stage. In contrast, chimpanzees, who represent our best guess as to what humans' last common ancestor may have been like, are able to forage for themselves by age 5. However, their foraging activities require less skill, and they produce minimal surplus. Even so, the researchers show that if a chimpanzee-like ancestor would share their food more widely, they can still generate enough indirect fitness contributions to increase the force of selection in later adulthood. What this suggests is that human longevity is really a story about cooperation. Chimpanzee grandmothers are rarely observed doing anything for their grandkids, though the researchers say their work is more about how the capacity for long life came to first exist in the Homo lineage. The implication that we owe it to elders everywhere is an important reminder looking forward. Despite elders being far more numerous today than ever before in the past, there's still much ageism and underappreciation of older adults. When corona seemed more deadly just for older adults, many shrugged their shoulders about the urgency of lockdown or other major precautions. Much of the huge value of our elders goes untapped. It is time to think seriously about how to reconnect the generations and harness some of that elder wisdom and expertise. Good day, this is Professor Will, CBMD PhD, Professor of Microbiology, Bioinformatics, and Pathophysiology. This video was created for educational purposes only. Hope you enjoyed listening. Until next time, have a great day.